See, Michael Williams is joining us.
Okay, yes. And I saw Tony Monk and Neeraj, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Today is Monday, July 11th, 2022. Today is normally when we do our founders only roundtable. Today is going to be a little bit different. Our CEO informed us that he will be here from 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern time to give us some updates. So just a few reminders to everyone. This is being recorded and it will be in the back office. So if you have other founders who cannot be here live, please redirect them to the back office. It will be posted there. Also, we do have quite a few panelists on today. We have, let's see, 37 panelists today. So please keep yourself muted. If you need to get up and walk around, please stop your video so there's not a lot of distraction on the screen. We will do our best to pin the speaker, which will be starting with Ash Mufhreh, our CEO. If you want to view it that way, you can go to view and instead of gallery, select speaker, and then the speaker will come up on the full screen for you. If you haven't already looked, go to onpassive.com. There is a fabulous brand new website that really popped out when I looked at it. And I know a lot of people agree with me. Wow, wow, wow. Another website. It's Monday, fun day. Thank you so much to Ash and to his tech team for providing that. Also, you have link 58 in my links that you can share so that people can learn more about the products of OnPassive. What a fabulous job that is. Remember, no live streaming this webinar, no screenshots, no sharing publicly, unless, of course, we're told we can share some public information. Julie, do you want to add anything before Ash joins us?
I think you have said a lot already, Susie. I think we are in a good time. Let's just get excited and just stay plugged in. I noticed that Emily hand was raised, and I think it was the last hand.
Yep.
Susie,
I think we have time. We have time for Emily, I've been told. So yes. Emily, if you would like to speak, unmute yourself. And then after that, Ash will most likely be joining us. Hi, Emily. How are you?
Hello. Hi. Yes, Emily de Guzman from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Thank you for inviting me as one of the panelists here. I'm very grateful. I just want to, I'm getting starstruck on all the leaders here. I've been always watching the webinars for almost 2 years, and I'm just always look and see you and following your YouTube, your channel, especially Chris, Julie, Marty, Alice, Mike, Williams, and Dr. Bill. You are adding value to us as a founder. And thank you for being an example with patient and always giving information, good information for all of us as founder. And I'm very grateful to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Emily. Well said. Yes, there are so many people out there adding value. And as we know, OnPassive is a value-driven business. We are a relational business, not transactional, which there's a whole big difference in that. And that's how this has been structured by our CEO, who is leading us through this. And it's a wonderful way to have a business as a relational business, adding so much value to all of us and very soon customers across the globe. I mean, just exciting times. Emily, you brought up a good point too. We have a lot of new founders, and the way to get your information and stay informed is to stay engaged. Make sure you're logging into the back office. Look under updates under O Leaders. Look under upcoming webinars. Check things out. All the latest and greatest updates will be there. And then also, there's so many wonderful YouTube channels. Just to name a few, Marty, Chris, Red. They are on live almost every day doing updates. Then there's OP360, which is a wonderful platform every Wednesday at noontime Eastern time. Sometimes Ash joins those, and sometimes the time and the day may change. So that's why you need to stay plugged in every day and informed about what information is coming out next, because you want to get that information from the right source. So I believe there he is. Ash, I missed you last week. How are you? It's so good to see your smiling face.
All right. Thank you, Susie. And thank you, everyone, for being here. I am exceptionally fired up today, and you may find out. Okay. Or you have to pull out the information from me because I'm limited to what I can say, but unrestricted to the passion and to dodging the information in an intelligent way. So if you're alert, if you're sharp, you're going to walk away with the most informative session you've had for the last probably 75 days. My name is Ash. I'm your friend. We are live right now, and we have several thousand people from across the globe, winners and winners and winners. Let me ask you a question very quickly. All right. How many of you would be ready and excited to grab any desired lump sum amount of money right now and walk away and never bother with this thing called OnPassive? How many of you? Put your hand up. So we have it in a bag. You take it, you walk away, but you never know what's happening to the land of OnPassive.
Never.
Never.
How about a text? Is the chat open? So put your hand up or say yay if you would like to take your dream, your desired wealth or net worth, okay, walk away, but you have no clue, no impact, no association with OnPassive. The years to come.
I'm going to turn on the chat for a bit.
Okay. Fantastic.
I think the answer will be zero, so there's no point.
I understand the panelists, maybe the speakers and the leaders might have a different view, but we never know. 1, 2, 5 guys. No. So are you saying that you're more interested in the process, in the journey, all right, the mission and being a part of that over, you're loyal over the exact lump sum US dollar?
There's no doubt about that. So
are you saying in a way, loyalty is more important than performance?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, Mr. Ash.
I was reading about a fellow from the Navy. He's a good Navy SEAL member. If you didn't know, it's a very high tactical team here, elite, selected in the US military. And those people are not typical, not traditional. And the first day they draw a chart for them about loyalty and performance. And guess what? Trust is far, far more important to the Navy SEAL for you to get in that inner circle than high performance. They would take you, or they would take a person, not you, I don't know if you're interested, somebody that is lower in performance, but high in trust and loyalty. And they might avoid someone that is really high in skill and performance, but low in trust. This journey with OnPassive enabled us to be able to find those trustworthy Navy SEAL members. And I'm glad that I see a good number of them right now. They're trustworthy, they are committed, and they, in fact, some of them with high performance and in between, but mostly extremely committed to that. That's what we're looking for. So We can succeed if we have the trust and the loyalty, the mindset, if we have the determination, okay, over the skill and the mechanics that can be adjusted. We could acquire a new skill. We could train ourselves and all of that. The reason we are 100% successful in OnPassive because of I know how I put this up together. Very simple. What was the word that I said 4 years ago? And we said, we're going to make this happen. And I was asked by closer professionals who said, how are you going to make it? My answer was, my answer was exactly do or die. And I said, we're going to make it. I don't care how. I don't know how, but we're going to make it. Do or die. When you have that perspective about anything, when you have that attitude about anything, I want to lose weight, okay? I want to have a new life. I want to get better. I want to do that. That's a talk, okay? And it might be a try. If you said, I'm going to try, I know you got nowhere to go, okay? If you say, I'm going to see what will happen, you're not relying on yourself. But if you tell me, I'm going to make it, I'm going to do it or die, it's a done deal, regardless of the mechanic. They might be slippery, they might be ugly, they might be muddy, ups and down, doesn't matter. But you have your eye on the target, never will change, okay? And you will go at it until it's done. That's the attitude we have in OnPassive. We are on it, we are at it, and we will not back up until it's done. Okay, when are we done? We have already paved the way. So we have the infrastructure, we have the foundation, the platform to get anything done. Now let's talk about the mechanics, because some levels of us will not get what I'm talking about, but I'm going to break it down to the, to the ground. All right. 4 years ago, I told you I will charge you $97. Let's talk like that, okay? Plain English. I said, I'll charge you $97 if you pledge to be loyal, positive, big thinker, and we're on a mission. I'll take care of the mechanics, of course, the logistics, and I will deliver a digital marketing platform to you that will be hands-free, automated. It will be ethical with high integrity. So it's a one application, one platform with multiple tools, all right? There's a difference between an application, platform, or a feature. So the pledge was OnPassive before we even knew the name. I knew it before you knew the name. Will create an automated, complete, done for you platform that you could drive manual, or you could let it run on autopilot for you to promote, market an idea, a book, a business opportunity, a program, your choice, or take OnPassive as your main business. Quickly after that, we realized that many have started thinking about OnPassive being the primary business. In the beginning, we thought we're going to use it as a tool, as a supplement, as a force, as a to help us reach or build our primary. Very quickly, after getting on the game, on the mission, we recognized many of us had changed that perspective and made OnPassive the primary business. Without going to the timeline and break it down in pieces, I'm going to go quickly, fast forward. OnPassive became many, 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 many other avenues aside from being one platform with several features. We've added more independent product. We went to work and started to recruit build teams, locations, entities, and so forth. And sometimes we had to train, equip our personnel to take care of those new creations, new technologies, and build them from the ground up, 100% from scratch, organically, in-house. Many times they didn't go where we want to go. We reset it back to square one. Different departments, different people. We still do that all the time. It's not happening, you don't get blocked. You change direction, do it or die. Not like, oh, it's over, well, okay. Do it or die. It's a done deal. Mentally, it's a done deal from day one. That's the bold attitude. You can win anything in life if you have that. But you have to want it enough. You have to be more passionate about that. Your trust, whether within yourself or the team, the Navy SEAL or the Navy is far more important than the skill. We'll find the skill, we'll find the resources, we'll cover that one way or another, we'll fix it. We can go back a step or two. But if you have the trusted team or the trusted, human resources, the human power, the leaders, if you have that trust, it is unbelievably powerful. Nothing we cannot achieve. Not one thing. Are you saying we can cure stuff? Yes, we can. I'm going to tell you. So if you're telling me those missions, so bigger than technologies and applications and softwares, we start thinking about OBLES, we start thinking about AI and, beyond that. So the concept became unsimilar to what we've started in the beginning. It was a platform, you promote stuff with it, done. It became a community, it became a movement, it became a revolution, it became a family, a movement, the connection, the bond, we just talked about that. Far greater than any product, whether physical, digital, far bigger than any business transaction. There's nothing we put in our head that we cannot achieve. With that attitude, which came quickly after the start, because we realized we had the like-minded leaders, and that gave us the power, that gave us the courage to go even and raise the bar and continue doing that. Okay, because our passion about the overall success and value is far, far, far greater than any personal interest. And if you tell me you get the result today, close your eyes, you're gonna wake up anytime in the future and everything is done as you wish, I will tell you, hell no. Success is not a ceremony. If that was the case, the better the wedding, the greater the marriage, okay? That's not the case. Could have a fancy, fabulous, memorable, that will go break through like a viral wedding. Next day, they're in court for divorce. Or, life is not so funny anymore. It's good to have sense of humor, by the way, and I can tell you why it's important, actually. I've never seen somebody with sense of humor that they're sad. You cannot be happy or laughing, smiling at the same time, depressed about anything. So make sure you always smile, okay? You can defeat anything with that bold smile and sense of humor. The F word is critical to our existence and our success. All right? Okay, so let's move on. So we did several applications. We crossed that stage and just having one platform, it became limitless, endless number of applications. And after that, data center, artificial intelligence, machine learning. And then after that, even bigger, we started thinking about even bigger, broader, old ambitions. They were on the shelf or the back burner. We said, no, 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 bring them now, or we're going to cook them now. Okay. And we went right away. You just get better. You gain confidence in the overall community and family, plus the ability, the resources that increases, then you dare to start something even bigger. All right. It doesn't take away the little things because it's a gradual process. You build on it, you compound on it. All right. Okay. So you don't take away the initial stuff. So that's still there. Okay. In other words, we've increased the value. Does that mean we still have $97 value for or cost for the founders? Does it mean we need to give the founders and all of those additional values? They were never a dream before, not even an ambition. So $97, you get in a marketing, a digital marketing platform, okay, before the public. It was a structure that was announced or conceptually, not final, but it was a conceptual pledge or, proposal that did not last for a while. So the value have increased, the structure have completely, we diminished what we've had in mind, or conceptually at least. It became a complete different game, complete different animal. And now the value has increased. And we are in a stage where we just closed, days ago, just closed the founder position registration. No one will be able to come in at the $97 value. That means it has increased. Hold a second, okay? Hold on, don't judge. Hear me out, okay? Okay, so that means if I pay $97 million, I'll become a founder of OnePassive. We just said we will not replace the process with any result. You give us the result, we will not skip. We're on track. The value has increased. But does it mean that you paid $97 and you have access to everything that we developed already or still working on? It's not fair. It's not right. Then you lower the value, because one of the downsides, okay, one of the disadvantages and the cons of having $97 value for what we've created was the value. It was cheap, inexpensive. Any walking soul will come put $97 and see what happens. You don't treat it the same way if you put $9,000, $10,000. You would take it a little bit more serious, and it's not going to be, let's see what happens. We're going to make it happen. So that is something maybe we will reconsider if we go back in time, so that we can have less performance, lower performance. Obviously, you're not going to have 1.5 million, but you would have a higher level of trust and conviction. That's more important. I just told you the Navy's philosophy. If you want to accomplish something exceptional, you want to have an elite group, you've got to have high level of trust and loyalty. Much more important how much we paid, or the trust, or team size, or activity. None of that important. That we could all work out together and iron. Now, here's the thing. All right, the value has gone tremendously, and you soon will be the first on this planet among 8 billion people to be invited to activate your IT, information technology, AI, artificial intelligence products and services, meaning any potential growth beyond that point is forced to be following you. I don't want to say the word under you, specifically and purposely. That is, if you qualify to be among our Navy. $97 is one thing, but logistically, got to have a proper signature. Logistically, you've got to have a NDA signature and ability to log in, and got to be closed. Okay, cannot be hidden somewhere under a rock in Arizona or Nicaragua or Tajikistan and expect to know the news. You have to be visible, reachable, okay, as well. It takes two to be successful in business. The company, the business that we possess some practice, but at the same time, the people that will do the business. So no matter what we do, if you're not there, can't find you. So wake up and smell the coffee. It is time for you to plug in and be visible. If we're not seeing you, there's no way for us to tell you where to go and what's next. Now, if it happens that you're visible, reachable, accessible, noticeable, your success is a done deal because you piggyback, you on passive our attitude and our logistics and mechanics. And I don't want any two of you to think alike exactly and be a clone of the same mentality headed to the same direction. I have a different purpose by doing this. You have a different one. She has a different one. They have a different one. Everyone in every corner of this planet must have their own fingerprint, like a DNA, in terms of their goals and thinking. Otherwise, we will be doing the same thing over and over and over, and that is so boring. For us to be unique, diverse, and create that momentum and impact, everyone should just go after it, but use this platform to accomplish. Use this attitude, use this resource, use this force to help you get to where you want to go. As long as it's clean, you will get there. How much do I feel if somebody uses OnPassive to their personal goals, as long as they're realistic, I would say clean, positive goals, okay? A 1,000%. Why? Because I know you will not be disappointed. You will not have a better force than the OnPassive force. If you cannot make it with OnPassive, zero chance for you anywhere else. Like I said, if you're visible, if you're accessible, if you're reachable, if you are there, we know it's a done deal. You just have to make sure you take it in. And if you're having a hard time to take it in, just plug in. We'll keep on repeating until you get it. There's no chance for you to get to where you want to go in a different platform other than OnPassive. No chance. Now, what makes me think so? Because again, we go back to the 10, 90%, okay, which I have to question again and again and again. Now, if we are able to give you the next 10%, this is what I know, the 10%, assuming you know 10%, okay? I don't think so. Genuinely, I don't think you know 10%. It's not the size of the information. It's the concept. It's the substance. Is the spirit, is the core of that information. So the next 10%, it doesn't mean size, another 10%, now you have 20%. That's not how you do it. The next 10% is massive. Is massive because we have 10%, that's the foundation, that's the seed, that's the platform. Now we have the trust to take it to the next level. Not everybody's gonna go graduate to that level. Mentally. Not saying like, I have to unclude things just in case we have average intelligence, okay? We'd listen later because the intelligent people are here. Okay. Here's the thing. We have increased the value, didn't increase the price. And we decided to make sure that no one will get on the land, on the property of OnPassive at any price. That is very clear. And I think you trust that 100%. If you see somebody would register after this day, we divorce, okay? We break up permanently. If you see one registration that happened after the 23rd, 22nd of June, you tell me that and I will apologize publicly on being unethical or less of transparent company. I guarantee no registration will happen after that day. And might be stubborn or idiot or whatever, but sometimes you gotta be adamant about your words and keep them. That's important. So to maintain that trust. What if somebody come and put, I'm just gonna donate $1 trillion, right? That's just not realistic, but let's say $5 billion, okay? So I can take a position and the first position and OnPassive. If we allow ourselves conceptually to allow it or even open for the discussion, we've lost our morality. We will never do that. It's not the money, it's the principle that is far greater, it's the trust. I want you to trust you are in the perfect position. I'm sure recently the viral story about the dad who bought his daughter a car, like an old automobile. Have you heard that story? For those who don't know it, a dad bought an older car to his daughter and told her, before you drive it, before you use it, on her graduation, okay, that she's ready to start, you know, her career now, okay. He told her, you go down to the used car dealership, try to sell it and see what you get before you start using that. She went down to the dealership and she came back and she said, they paid me, or they offered $1,000. Well, one more thing, before you start driving that car, I want you to go down to the pawn shop down the street and ask them how much they would pay you for it. She came back and she said, they just only offered me the same car, same day, $100. $1,100. Told her, now go to the collectible cars, maybe Red Hots or Hot Reds. Okay, and said, go and see to the collectible club and see what they offer you. She came back and she said, you're not going to believe this, Dad. They're fighting for it. And I got some that offered $100,000. Same car, same person, different location. Now he told her, here's the deal. If you're not being valued where you are, it doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. That means you're in the wrong location. If you are at the right place, you are better valued. You will be valued when you are at the right place. If you are a founder, nobody will value. A loyal founder, nobody will value you as the unpassive company. Not going to get a better offer than here. You are the same person, but if you try to get an evaluation on your abilities and go anywhere else, you're not going to get that $100,000. Again, this is an analogy and example. You're going to get like the lower two offers or even below. Sadly, if they don't manipulate you and try to take that $100 from you or steal the car from you or something, no matter what value you have, big or small, old or new, not going to be valued as in this location on passive land. And if you go, get distracted, side distracted, you're going to come back realizing nobody will offer you like this company. We have decided to increase the value and reach unlimited value, but for those loyals, okay, and those Navy members, we will not increase the price. In fact, instead of giving you access to a passive, because it's a single sign-on, you are essentially grandfathers to every application, every platform we design in the digital world. So that means we gave you the opportunity, essentially for $97, you would take a spot before the public market to be in one platform. Now we've added another one, a third one, a 15th, 20, and it will continue. 5 years from now, we create a new technology. I don't even know the name. I don't even know the thought or the idea, but there will be so many future products aside from what we have, what we know, what we're working on, what's behind the scene, what's in front of you here. And the years to come, the founders will always have that opportunity to be grandfathered, positioned in that new technology. Of course, they pay for the application, for the IT, no problem, depending on the subscription, all of that. But before anyone gets their hands on it, you would have that massive value. So we're going to clarify it. We're going to put it in different terms. Okay, it used to be the following. Anybody would come to OnPassive, okay, with a platform called onpassive.com. One pay structure, anybody would come, would need to be under the, I said the word under, I'm a horrible human being. I make mistakes sometimes. I'm gonna take it back. Anybody would come and follow you ever after on the onpassive.com platform. Okay, it doesn't mean directly following you, but the founders community. That was one position, one application, one platform. That is not the case today because the value has increased hundreds of folds from the parts you know, the parts you don't know. Because of that, that means you also sustained your character because you're still with us. Price is not the main deal. We can all find ways to make a lot of money together, collectively. Doesn't mean we're going to put it on you. We are giving you that empowerment. It's almost like a permanent privilege. We create a new technology, we create an a whole new platform and add it to the ecosystem that will not stop. We do believe we'll have multiple products a year. If we are being slow, we'll have a 10, 12 a year, say in the years to come. That means every month we're going to have a new complete product, platform, service that we have on the ground. And again, we don't do average stuff. It would be always unseen, innovative, disruptive, creative value. Always will be. Some tools, applications will be just for fun. We'll throw them, no cost. Why? Because we can. Because we're not here just to suck as much money as we can as a company. If we're able to create something that doesn't have an overhead or something minimal, if we're able to do that, it's on us. Use it. We don't have to profit in every move. I'm going to give you an evidence on that. There's something we call it Oh Bless. It will touch every corner of planet Earth in terms of positive impact. We don't do it for money. The company will take some overhead to maintain that application. It's a massive platform and it will continue to grow. So we said OnPassive.com now is going to be O Staff, is going to be O Connect, is going to be O My Life, is going to be O Peer, is going to be O Counting, is going to be O Create, O Peer, this, oh my goodness. You will always be grandfathered, meaning moved directly in the first database before the public commercial market in any platform, in any creation we do. It doesn't apply to the physical products. I'm not even talking about that, but for the first time, I'm going to give you some information about the digital products, which is not a part of OnPassive.com, the one we announced roughly 4 years ago. OnPassive.com, $97. You get a position, you're positive, stay with us. We're going to share a lot of information with you, maybe 7, 8, 10 webinars, okay? 60, 90 days, we launch, you got a position, you go, we work, we're going to provide traffic, all done for you. You promote what you want to promote. You add it to the platform, you're done. That was before we even scratch our eyes and wake up. Okay, we became more productive than that. And we said, no, we're going to have our own platform in-house and we're going to add the technologies and the things we've added. It ended up to have our own data center and everything is AI driven, not one or two things. It just gone to a whole new level. And the altitude is so high that you are going to break your neck if you keep looking up, because that's how, okay. Or your ears will pop. I mean, go try it. Just if you within reach, you can go to a 50 floors building or tower. If your ears don't pop, you are made of rubber. You are so powerful. I want to be like you. Okay. My ears pop like 12 floors or something, so I don't know why. And If you are above 100 floors and you have a building there or property where your office is, okay, that's guaranteed to have your ears pop. That's before we even go to work. I mean by that, like market. So all those additions, you are grandfather in them. Do we change the $97? Sadly, no. And I mean that in a way that we are judged as a naive business runners. I know Bill is gonna laugh and smile. Okay, we could fail one-on-one business, but we're not here like merely. It's not just a business concept. We're not here to be the best business, highest margin, all of that. We're here to provide the best value, to make the biggest impact, and be dreams enablers and make sure that we all get ahead as humanity, as a united force. Make no mistake, no matter what your personal or general goal is, it's possible with OnPassive. And if it's not happening on passive, okay, chances not going to happen anyway. You go try to sell that, but don't sell yourself short. Nobody's going to give you the value that OnPassive will give you. Remember that car, the graduated daughter? Nobody's going to offer you like OnPassive. Whether money, value, inspiration, perhaps getting the best out of you, reviving those shelved dreams as it did with us. One day we'll get to them. One day, mathematically meanings, is it 0? Is it the 10th of the month? Is it 2023? Is it what? One day equals no day, 0. We don't know that day. It doesn't exist. So we've changed from one day, we'll get to this, to now we have tangible timelines. But whatever we create, technology, AI was not even in the picture. It was automation, not to the level of AI that we're in. Experts are joining us. How many people joined OnPassive today? 7. Friday, 4. Tomorrow, 3. Every day. So I think in the last 30 days, at least 100 in one location. That is Hyderabad, India. We're having some, I don't know, turbulence, like some weather conditions. It's rainy. Anyone here in Hyderabad? Okay. I'm not sure if it's only in Telangana, but in some other states, probably they're having heavy rain for the last 3 days. And so there's some restrictions. Schools are closed, all of that. And business as usual. OnPassive, business as usual, whether from home, from the hospital. I spoke with one of the managers at the hospital. He's been hospitalized for 3 days. Where in the hospital? IC, intensive care unit. And he refused not to open a topic, and he wanted to make sure it's passed on. That's the loyal people you have. You cannot win with that type of mentality. They have a saying in, I believe it's probably within that scope and domain in the Navy culture. I might trust you with my life, but do I trust you with my money and my wife? Remember, humor takes the sadness away. So always remember to laugh. Okay. So if it's up to that level when somebody is extremely loyal and they would make sure that the business is running while they're in the intensive care, are you in good hands? Is this money? Is this how much? Give me a second, okay? Somebody's knocking on the door. You heard that? Okay, give me like 23 seconds.
Okay. Wow. I love that analogy Ash was saying about the Navy SEALs. Trust, loyalty. So, so true. I'm sure some of you know a Navy SEAL. I know one. It's unbelievable what they do. All good stuff. And the car story was excellent too. All these good nuggets we get from Ash on these webinars for the value of $97. Here he is. That was quick.
Exactly. What did you say, Susie? Okay, did I miss anything?
I just said about the Navy SEALs. What a wonderful analogy.
Yeah.
That is. I know a Navy SEAL,
I
so
know.
I know. Yeah. So, and also this car story I thought was very insightful. I had never heard that. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that.
Oh, of course. Yeah. It is, the moral is if you're not getting what you want in life, you could be in the wrong location at the wrong place. Okay. And within On Passive, I have total conviction that you will get the best in life. Totally.
Yeah, or you're with people who don't value you, like you're with the wrong people. That's how I looked at it too.
I'm trying to convey here that I want you to get this concept in our philosophy over the 5, 3, 7, all those side details. Even if you don't understand those, okay, that's okay. But if you get the logic of how you value and how you like the character, the foundation, how we think, if you know that, then we don't need to tell you the details. You'll be able to make that up, okay, conclude it, piece it up together, because the details will vary, okay? We'll adjust them, and it's essential. If somebody told you, no, I said this 4 years ago, and we are not changing, it would be a piece of dumb. Like, why? What we know today is 1,000 times ahead of what we knew 4 years ago, and if you don't change, you are like a rock. Change is essential. Got to be dynamic. One of the good characters about a good leader, you got to be like adaptive, like so dynamic and, you know, flexible, and something happens, never forget that. 2 months back in the school days, while we were working on the master's degree, 2 months. I believe it was Java for you. No, I'm sorry. Visual Basic, VB. You know, okay. So a new, it was programming for those, it was programming language. So a new edition came, like a new version of Visual Basic back then came after we were 2 months on a specific book and curriculum, if you wish. We had to go back, we dumped that completely, we had to go back. And if you know also Active Server, we were studying that same thing. After like a few weeks and we go back to square. That's how technology, if you want to be up to speed, even if you've invested, you have to go back sometimes from scratch so you can pick up the new technology and all that. So if somebody is like so radical about their old ideas and not going to change their mind, you're in a dangerous position because things change. And if you don't change, you're going to be behind. So you have to have that flexibility. All right. And don't take it personal. That's okay. Got to go back, but pick up. And that's why we know we're made of the right stuff. It's far more important than I'm talking about conceptually, and the principles, the philosophy that we endorse is definitely what you want to focus on. Then I'll be able to ask you, would you do this? Would you do that? You would know the answer even without knowing the details. That's more important to you. All right. Okay. So moving forward, so we just cut off the registrations for unpassive. No one registration will happen. Any activation to any technology, whether it's one, whether it's a bundle, whether it's a package, okay? Previously, we were almost leaning toward making everything in one place, and I apologize, in one package, and you just pay one price. That price is likely to be, I'm gonna say the language that anyone can understand. I know most of you get it better, but if I'm saying we were thinking that, let's say, dozens of products, there will be somewhere $200 to $300. Remember those words, okay? And you pay them, you're in, and that's it. Apparently, we can make dumb decisions too. And that was the case. So if that happens, that means it will be harder for some societies to afford that level. That's one thing. Another thing, just think about it. Somebody might not need O staff or O counting, or O peer, which is completely for a business, medium, big size. Okay, so it's almost like having a truckload of overwhelming value and technology. You're trying to load it on some average need, say a Fiat car, tiny bug, or Volkswagen, well, however you say it in Germany. Okay, Angie probably can help. Okay, Volkswagen or wagon?
Sorry?
How do you say the car brand?
BMW?
No, Volkswagen? Wagon?
Wagen.
What do we know?
Wagen.
So, you get the idea, the little bug, the ladybug, okay. If you try to put a truckload on that, not gonna work. So instead of forcing that massive value on the little need, and I'm not saying you in size, I'm talking your need, okay? You might just need a domain name and communication suite, you know, whether it's email, whether it's Opal, or that would be sufficient, or you just want the traffic, or you just so it does make sense not to connect everything, because if you cannot afford one, if you cannot afford it, then you're not gonna get anything else. So to break it in pieces makes it more accessible, more affordable, because it will be less. All right, so break that down. Let me see if somebody, you know, gathered what I'm saying.
I got it.
You can say it. I mean, as blunt as you could be.
Okay, I'll be blunt. So originally the thought was it would be a one package, one price for everyone to get going, and it would include everything. But you said that that was we make dumb mistakes sometimes, and looking further, that why do that? Because it may infringe on some people who can't afford that package. And also it will allow those to pick and choose what products they may only need. They won't get the whole suite of products that they may not use. How was that?
Perfect. Also, well, just to clarify, not for you not to say, well, why am I in a dumb company? No, I mean, that was the fun part, okay, or just being funny.
Yeah.
But it's not, it's more, we didn't have the much value that we have now. We didn't have the much information that we know. So now we're more intelligent, to be realistic, okay? That's, I don't know how we phrased it. Okay, so now because of that, we're able to, based on the customer experience, if only 1.5 million afforded $97. That means I want to make sure it doesn't even exceed that, so we can even have larger numbers, okay, to be able to afford. Am I saying it's not going to be $200 to $300? More likely, yes. So I'm breaking it in pieces. Now, if I say it's going to be below $100, something specific, it's going to be circulating, and that is false information. Don't say that. We, up until now, today's date, we have no idea, not like no idea, I apologize. We don't have exact number, okay? But we're having a discussion to make it even more affordable. That means it could be less than those initial estimation. That's a good thing, all right? That's a very good thing. That means we will attract a larger, okay, class or segment from all nations. The other thing is, so that means if I get in this, if I just get the domain name and the communication package, okay, that means, okay, I will fall behind with the other ones if I have sales from my followers. No, I just said your grandfather done everything. So you're gonna have it in pieces. Let me give you an example. Okay, I'm just gonna give 2 names, okay, but it's only for training, explanation, illustration, whatever example it is, okay. So this is not the final, but I'm conceptually trying to break it down for you, okay. So if you are able to afford, okay, only afford or trim, I'm just giving you an example. It might not even be chargeable, just so I make it crazy, okay. Or I'm gonna use it different, okay. We're gonna have OBOB, okay, as a product. So don't judge anything. And that is for $50 example. That's all you could afford. Then, or Charles is $150. If you bought, you're not Bob, you're not Charles, okay. If you are Julie and you bought OBOB because you could afford OBOB, $50, that means if somebody else buys or Charles $150, you miss out the commissions. That's what would happen if you're in a company that is not on passive. You would be in the wrong location. So you make the commissions. So that is why we're grandfathering the founders in all digital IT products, not what you pay for position-wise. So the structure is glued, is permanent. 35 years from now, we invent a new technology, you'd be grandfathered at first, so anything happen, even if you don't pay it, you still collect, but you pay and you activate and you have access when you have it. Now, to be clear, we are still in the discussion of the business model. Pricing, because now it's the time, closing. And I foresee that by the time you activate 3 or 4 products, there will be a new product that you never heard of. It's being released and tested. You're always going to have that advantage and ahead of everyone else to be able to try the product, to purchase it, and to benefit from it as a founder before the public market. Back to the only thing that is in your head, no matter what I say from this, okay, from this mouth, you're not gonna hear it because people have perceptions and they have anticipation and they wanna hear what they wanna hear. If they don't hear it, whatever I say is gonna be bad. Okay, if I say exactly what's in your head, it will just, you will find a way to tweak it. And I'm not saying every one of you, mostly the people who are not here, okay? Because the people who are making the time and they're live, present right now, all the time zones of the planet, it does mean that you're intelligent, okay? Or above average intelligent. Now, the one thing that you're looking for is, when are we going to start selling and getting paid? Okay. The phase that we were working to pre-build, okay, technologies, network, logistics, all of that is being wrapped up. Okay, so one thing is, we know the founder position and registration, that's check. Okay, one other position is, you know, logistics and legality and having licenses and having registration. Okay, check. We have staff. Okay, like I said, the last 100 days just in Hyderabad, maybe, I'm sorry, so 30 days, almost 100 new members. Very, very sophisticated positions, okay? Now, this will continue on. Until when do we stop recruiting and on passive? When do we reach our capacity? Never, never. Okay, as long as we are growing, we find new intelligent people or productive people, they are going to be welcome anytime. All right, so that is ongoing, but we are reaching a point where we can open several products. Like I said, we don't want to repeat last week information, okay? Got to catch it up, okay? The several products that we mentioned, okay, within 60, 90 days, they're clear. So we are working on a scenario where we open them, package them, business model with that. So that by the time we get positioned with them and iron and fine tune all the little side details that are irrelevant to the public, okay, internally, and be prepared mentally, all right, as founders, because as we go to a higher level now, you got to train that oxygen inhale, you know, tactic. We're going to higher altitude or ground. By the time we get adjusted within those 60 to 90 days, the following 60 to 90 days will bring up another group and so forth. So this will continue 2-3 months down the road. Then we will be preparing the next, and it's a good thing, very good thing. You want to look at it. ONET, you don't want to have it with 20 products because it's a whole new concept. You want it to enjoy it. Like, how many of you can eat 5 dishes at the same time? One bite. Or do you enjoy, like me, courses? I hate when they bring the whole meal at once and dump it. Like, come on, we're not sheep. Okay, so course it up. Okay, so one course, savor it, enjoy it, you get it. Aha, I'm hungry for the next one. Think like that, okay? So it's a good thing that you don't get overwhelmed. Not that you need to invent it, but at least to know how to enjoy it, where to find things, how does it flow, how is it connected. For our sanity on our side as a company, as a corporate, you know, the people that they know how to connect one thing at a time. But if we bring up 50 products at once in one day, the drug companies are going to have a big hike in their shares. And I have a headache. So let's course it up, okay? As diligently as possible, in a delicate way, enjoy it, savor it one bite at a time. By the time you do it, we already have the second bite ready for you. It's a good life, all right? And that will continue life, you know, long. So, but we have enough now to get that train moving. When we are exactly as we speak, we are finalizing some merchants. And I mean by that, the way to pay on passive in the future will change. Like from what we've used now in the pre-launch is different. So we're going to be dealing with a new complete financial department. There's going to be inbound and outbound. So when we, just a second, let me.
I think you're muted, Ash.
So just a second.
Wow, this is all great stuff today. Huh? Charles?
It's a boom.
Yes, yes. As a matter of fact, it's greater than I thought. and there's some things that I've picked up that he hasn't said, but I've just picked up. So
yeah,
it's great webinar.
It's a phenomenon. It's coming. Yeah.
Ash had mentioned that quite some time ago about doling out the products that, you know, keep the public and everyone hungry for more, not to just throw it all out there at once. So this is excellent. The things
it's the Apple effect.
Yeah. It's marketing, and you add values each time you add on something. So I think it's a phenomenon of what he just said here.
Yeah.
I think if he dumped it all out there at once, we wouldn't be able to digest it. We wouldn't know the value of it because we can't pick it apart and use each one. You'd just be overwhelmed. I'm loving what he's saying.
Right.
And you gotta understand though, the thing is, it's also about the customers, right? So you look at Apple, for example, he gave that example before. When they release the iOS, they have several versions in line, but they're not gonna release all of them at once, because then how do you market it, right? So you release some, you get the market coming, cool down, enjoy it, savor it like he says, release the next one. And that's being strategized right now. So we're in a good place. We just have to trust the process.
And I think I love the fact that he brought food into this, because if we were to have a plate of food or many courses, we can't really desire to have more, right? You got a bite or two on that small plate, and you want some more, and you want some more. So it's the same thing with products. He released 2, and people want more. People want to see more, and he gives more. And just adding values on top of values. I think it's really brilliant. Brilliant. Yeah, because people are going to need to get used to the products. Then they're going to see the simplicity and the familiarity with it. So as new ones come out, they're like, they can navigate it so much better. Okay, Ash is back.
Exactly, Susie. So what happened is, and Julie, what happened is, like, if you already bought Bob, right? That means we have to be smart about the flow and the roll-up of the products, that you would go crazy for Bob, that you cannot wait for Charles, right? And when Charles comes up or released, or it is already, it could be done mechanically or development, but strategically in the pipeline, so we can have a better. So those who afforded Bob, obviously a greater number, and it's a done deal, and they already have some cushion to be able to afford Charles or Susie or Tony and so forth. That's what I call fair and compounded marketing. Now, if you gathered what I'm saying, you would be already sensing, I wish I told people it probably not $200-300. It is more affordable because I could have invited more founders. You're right, but it's too late. Okay, it's too late. All right. So now, at least the founders that we know, or who will make it even to the new subscription with those merchants I mentioned. So we have some options, but I said, and our engineer, nuclear engineer, Muhammad Kamal here, he knows because he's overseeing that department, will be in Dubai, okay? The financial department. So we have an A and B, okay? So I said, we're not opening doors unless we have enough sustainability to have our own financial system. In plain English. And so if you're hearing sound in the background, because I'm in my house and there is a technician here, and I prejudged him because we were texting before. I said, what a rude guy. Like, you know, I hope they would replace him. He does not speak English. He speaks Portuguese only. Very sweet guy. But you see, I'm an animal. I prejudge a person I didn't see. So don't judge. All right. So, so back to what's happening in Dubai. We're making sure that we have the enough personnel and we have the enough applications, no matter if they close us down. I'm just being blunt with you. In a month, we have plan B. Doesn't last a month, we have plan C. All right? Have you ever had that before? Where you should know now, we're not going to have merchant challenges as a way to crash and shut down. So we have that thought through and preparing, and we will not even open. We have enough to open, just to be clear. We have enough to open within, like any time we announce, okay? But we're taking the time to do it diligently, prepare more and more and more, that no matter if 1, 2, 3 crash, no problem. It will get us to where when we have our own complete or pay or coin or bank, whatever you want to call it, okay? Which is a complete in-house financial system where basically we will own the world, okay? We have the finances, we have the database, data centers if you want, we have technology, you have the IP addresses, you have the domain name, that's it. So let it take a year, okay? No problem. But that day is coming, do it or die, all right? That's the same mentality. So knowing that, so now as when we feel comfortable by design, we will start revealing or releasing those products to the market where we'll tell you how to subscribe. You are going to have the initiative or the privilege to be able to subscribe, to pay, and have what you could afford, okay? I just explained to you how it will play all together. Even if you don't afford something, it doesn't mean you're going to miss out or you will be skipped. That's not on passive. You're in the right place. All right. So we are looking into some days, weeks when we feel confident that we have enough sustainability, enough stamina that we could pull this up until we have our own financial system, which is needed. You cannot start with having your financial system if you don't have the purchase power. Okay, so we have nothing to sell right now except there's no founder position except selling over market valued products. We will not go with market level products. We will only go with maximum value products above market level, disruptive unseen features and technologies. And that's how we will continue. When do we stop? When do we finish all of them? We will never finish. It might be overwhelming because that's what keeps the carrot and the stick. Carrot and stick, okay? Leading the horse, don't want to say the donkey. I don't know, same animal, same breed, but we somehow think the horse is more intelligent than the jackass, okay, the the donkey, but they're both dumb, they're animals anyway. But the same technique, you have to keep that for the market. It's not like you're fooling somebody. It's like you never get to eat that carrot. It's not like I'm waiting for that. No, it's not going to come that day. When is the last product? When is the last not going to come? Now, in the remaining time, I'm going to talk for the first time about physical products. So as you may see, the technologies that we created and continue to develop will be impactful. If you tie it up to Academy, to Bless, to Women, and some other products that you don't know, the digital products I'm talking about so far will change the course of several billion human life. Billion with a B and aliens. Okay, so it's not 100, it's not 1,000, it's not 1,000,000, it's billions, okay? Their life will be better because of the technologies and the improvements, okay? That level of AI and automation and enabling businesses and students and governments and organizations to get better in their performance of any kind, any sector. You follow me? Fantastic. Now, there are physical products and there are humanitarian products, as you gather, okay? And there are the physical products. Initially, I don't know when, but I know it's probably more than a month or two ago, we said we are 6 months away from opening our factory. There's a factory with several products. And again, we went back to square one because we have changed the capacity of the manufacturing, and we have changed the level of the materials and the quality. We went all the way in, and we've added other products and other product line, other production lines, okay? More budget, more work, and that required, instead of one facility, we are talking about a whole compound, what we would call it the impassive, okay? And that's in one region only for now, the industrial city, okay? What does it mean? Multiple factories, multiple product lines with warehouses for storing, buying materials from different parts of the world, okay? And what we finish, we can also stock it there and in between. So that expanded the plan, okay? And the logistics and all of that. And we're still looking at under a year projection when we can get to manufacturing well over 30 physical products from one place that will be used in any building and any type of building, even if it's a swimming pool, stairs, monument, building, tower, school, any building on the planet. Will we be able to supply to every building, any property, any sort of building in the future? Never. The demand is bigger on the quality of what we have. So meaning everything is sold. We will be selling those products till we die. The blueprint was manufactured and the demos and the testing, okay, manufactured in Belgium, Germany, in regions, and I'm going to mention also Egypt. I'm going to mention some parts in Asia and like Vietnam. And so we've been working all across the globe to gather this level of information, testing materials, product, and all of that. That is one sector, and like for infrastructure and for building, okay, and construction uses. They're initially 30 products. They're quality, not made for the first time, for those who know, not made of chemicals, not harmful. They don't have any oil or petroleum, okay, in the ingredients, disruptive stuff, friendly for the environment. Even streets, roads, bridges will be used in everything we make, and the cleanest, the friendliest for the environment. Okay, so is it worth it another 6 months, 7, 13 months? Disruptive products. We don't do just products, all right? If I open a hot dog stand somewhere in Manhattan, it will be most disruptive. No matter what we do at any capacity, it has to be impactful, not just to do it. Okay? Because if you're good at one thing, you're good at everything. The way, how you do one thing, how you do everything. If you're horrible at something, not guarantee you're going to get better somewhere else. So meaning change in location and change in destination, it doesn't mean you're going to get better. That's why hopping from an application to a platform to a program to not going to fix you, okay? Till you get your act together and thinking straight, you will be on the right track, okay? Some people have destination diseases. Like, oh my God, if I get to that company or that school, I'll be good. No, got bad news for you, buddy. If you're horrible no matter where you go. Change in location is not going to fix you. If you're good, you're going to be good anywhere. That's why I said, in fact, I had a side chat with a hot dog operator, okay, stand in Manhattan. And this person gave me so many details and so much details about this little task. You may think a hot dog, anybody could put a hot dog on a bun, mustard or ketchup, done, right? Okay, and take $4 or $5, whatever it is. It doesn't take a genius. You think it's that simple, but when they talk about the shifts and they don't have a bathroom there, they don't have a restroom to go to, they tell them to hold it, and sometimes, you know, the next person is delayed and it's like 2, 3 a.m. in the morning and all of that. Man, this is some dirty, hardcore career that I don't know if I will be able to make it there. And if you talk to somebody in technology, you talk to somebody in finance, you talk to somebody, everybody sees their portion of life is the world to them. So that's, no matter what you do, it's not small. That's your world, but you have to be good at it. All right? Now, that's not the physical products we're talking about will change and reshape the planet. That will help, okay? That's like the initial stage. Now, the other 3 products that we talked about and several others, okay, that we've had successful prototype, we've had successful testing, okay? We're just in the process of, okay, patenting them. You're not gonna know them, you're not gonna have a clue about them until they are completely licensed and registered and all of that. The staff and the different locations don't mean they don't know about this stuff. This is something that you'll be able to shoot me. I'm not going to tell you what they are. Okay? It is that, you know, responsible that we have to protect this. Why? Because those products, I'm telling you, it's not about inventing them. It's about protecting them now and having the most proper business model for them. What is the market cap for those, okay, products? Up, I have a list still under work, okay? We are recruiting and hiring scientists, you know, doctors of different areas, okay? Physicians and yeah, in the bio, you know, area, and we're talking about physics, we're talking about mechanics, we're talking about electricity, we're talking about mechanical engineers of all types and experts, okay, inventors. Not a corner on the globe is away from us. Okay, everything is within our reach, And we have a list, but we also have the ability to make them happen. So the 3 products that are done, okay, and I have to be accurate. I'm thinking we also have on the testing phase several others, but let's talk about those 3. That's nothing to do with the founder position, but I'm just saying, okay, nothing to do with the founder position. But hopefully this will give you the perspective of our way of thinking, of our ideology. That's more important than the performance and the capacity and the timeline and the 3 or the 2 or the 7 or the 4 or when and the date and the time and all. Those are nothing in our head. You want to focus on the foundation. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So think about this. How many people and what's the market cap for those stuff? Okay, you need to make a note of the following 3, 4 statements, and don't count, okay? But every statement I say, I'm responsible for it. I'm saying it on the record, and I will be in trouble if I say anything without any validation. You cannot say misinformation publicly to entice people to make decisions or no. I'm not asking you to see the why now. I can say it because you cannot register. So cut that off. Like I cannot benefit from telling you that. I'm just sharing with the founders because we've increased the level of trust. You're still here. And you made it until this point. Number 1, the 8 billion people that we have right now on planet Earth will be impacted and will use, infant, 103-year-old will use that. What about the language? What about the location, affordability? They will use it. The next 8 billion people will be using that. The next 80 billion people will be using this incredible technology. What are you talking about? Okay, this is something that we've never seen before. Okay, one more thing. Due to those products, we will be able to prevent and save our humanity from wars, bloodshed. We will be able to create endless amount of jobs. A whole new fresh concept. Not competing. 100 to 300 years later. 2422. What we're about to manufacture, again, invented, what about to be manufactured, okay? Clear English? $2,422. We'll be selling those products and enjoying them and thanking us for doing so. And the world and the life ever after will never be the same. Enough information about those products? Wow. They will give us the ability to be safer. They will give us the ability to be more comfortable in any atmosphere, in any circumstances. They will give us more power. They will triple, quadruple, and many times X our power as human beings, only in a positive way. If it's destructive, passive will oppose it. Speaking of uplifting humanity, How much money can we make? There never been a company who made that much money. Never been a company that made that much money. It's not hundreds. It's not hundreds of billions. It's not trillions. It will go beyond that. In fact, we could dictate how much money we want to make. Why? Because it's crazy good. How good? Stick with me. You're going to go places. All right. Now, knowing me, knowing on passive culture, okay, it doesn't mean you're going to share those trillions and gazillions, right? Doesn't mean anything, because if that's where you focus on. But knowing me, if there's trust, if there's loyalty, there's transparency and integrity that you've seen so far, it means we will always have the founders in our hearts. Always, at first. All the founders, hell no. 28%, I'm sorry. Sometimes you have to be naughty because, you know, that invisible enemy, we have to be very harsh. So if somebody is thinking to invade, so they would get the memo. All right? No, okay? Because not everybody is like founders material. Does it mean like for doing nothing? Okay, well, at least you have an opportunity to ride on that newer vehicle, another paradigm shift. It's not a paradigm shift. It's a global upside down lift. Hardcore stuff. Yeah, I'm telling you. So because of that, okay, if you like something crazy, bigger, better, more impactful, more human than anything you've seen in your life, now we are headed to that direction. What we will do with the ecosystem and on passive technologies and AI already will impact billions. Like I said, billions. How are we going to make it? Pop-up quiz. Do it or die. We're going to make it, make it. All right, so this will continue. And seamlessly manufacturing disruptive products, more cash flow. Without you even knowing, without anyone notice a blink or a sniff. The world is going to wake up to a whole new life because of OnPassive. And there's no way I can talk it before or advertise it, or it's just you're going to see it. And that will be a new day of a new planet, of a new life, like a reborn humanity, reborn planet. With a farm of super unicorns. That's all I had for today.
Wonderful. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
I think I need aspirin after this, Julie.
Is there another word that could describe bigger than a phenomenon? That's the biggest word for me, and I think that's what I have in my head right now. It's a phenomenon. What he's saying here.
Yeah.
Is there another bigger word than the phenomenon? Or am I not using the right word? But it's wow. It's amazing. Wow.
Well, thanks for sharing that, Ash. We appreciate it, and we
You're very
feel
welcome.
the level of trust is increasing, and that was a lot of great stuff today.
And you don't have to share this information out. Like, why? I mean, why? If somebody is not making the time to be here, I don't understand. Like, why do we have to tell them that? If you're here, you got this information, enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, we did enjoy it.
You might reflect the impact on you, but you don't have to tell the details. This is just for you, from my heart to you.
Well, we appreciate it. Wow.
Just feel trusted and just feel valued and feel that you know more than anyone, than any idiot knows, okay? And
Marty.
That made me laugh. All right.
Oh, that feels good. Well, thank you. Thank you for your honesty and transparency. And I think I'm like Peter too.
Lobster roll?
Yes, I would love. Yeah. Hey, come on. We got to get that going on there, Ash. It's been way too long.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on. Come on. We got to make a plan.
My brain is shrinking. We need brain food.
You need some good brain food. Yeah.
So true.
Is your wife speaking Portuguese now too?
She can get her way of Spanish, Portuguese, and she speaks Italian, you know.
She throws it all in and
yeah.
Well, thank you. Did you want any questions today, or is this it for you? We want to be mindful.
Can I take a permission? What's the plan? Yeah, I don't want to ignore them. Yeah, take a breath, and maybe we can hang out a few more minutes before we move on to another task. Okay. All right.
So what's your time like with us?
Not going to be another hour, so maybe another 30 minutes. If I'm able to, we can address something. Okay, please don't bring me down to earth. I'm like cloud 9.
Yeah. How? Yeah.
And yeah.
How can you? I mean.
And it's not being humbled. I hope you know this about me. I'm just talking about intelligence-wise. Yeah, it's not the time. I'm not in a state where I want to deal with like silly stuff.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how you maintain this level of everything going on and the excitement. It's just absolutely tremendous. I mean, no wonder you don't sleep, Ash. No wonder you don't sleep. So do you want to take a quick break, Ash, or do you want?
Yeah, I need to communicate, and you could also refresh, say 3 minutes. I loved when Julie used to give us that 5-minute break, so it was really good.
Why don't we take 5 minutes?
Increases our stamina.
Yeah, a little potty break too.
Bye.
Okay.
See you in 5.
See you in 5. Okay. So it's 5:08, everyone, Eastern time. We'll be back at 5:13. Okay, I'm getting a call. Hang on. Why would we get excited about
Can anyone hear me?
Yeah. Hi, Marty. Hi.
Yeah,
we can hear you, Marty.
What do you feel about keeping Ash another 30 minutes? Do you have any insight to that, Marty?
Yeah, I wouldn't go more than that. He's probably got other stuff lined up.
Okay.
I agree.
So Julie,
I know I don't have any questions because how am I going to top what he just said? Come on.
Yeah.
Susie, there's a message that coming in to the other.
Okay. Yeah, everyone, yeah. Well, if he comes back and we feel like we do not, if like he said, he does not want any questions that are going to bring him down any levels. So if you really feel you have a question that's going to maintain this level or higher, keep your hand up. If not, we can excuse Ash, digest all of this. The notes will be written and this will be posted in the back office.
Yep.
Susie, I say just end it now and let's give one to old Ash, give him a day off, and let's just end it now and come back and we'll all be gone.
I would say the same thing, just end it, because there's a lot of things that he's giving us here. He's coming back, because, you know, he never say no. So I would say.
Yeah.
I'm having trouble listening to Chris with that silly hat on, I can tell you that.
Okay. So if everyone's okay, we have two hands up. We have Engineer Mike and Charles. If you're okay, if you put your hands down when Ash comes back, out of respect, we will let him know that we want to end on this high note and give him, you know, the respect and the trust he's given us. I for sure don't have a question to ask.
Yeah, Susie, I really don't have a question. I have a high level question, but I have the answer to it. So I'm not going to ask it, but I just want to appreciate him as a CEO. Pretty much, that's all I want to do.
Okay.
So just to appreciate him. And
Engineer what Mike.
What excites me the most from today's event.
Okay, and Engineer Mike, if you could like refrain from asking, we'll just let Charles say whatever and then we're going to end it. Is that okay?
Okay, no worries.
Yeah, I think Ash was kind of clear about he's ending on a real high. He's coming back in another minute or so. Charles, you just make a statement on behalf of all of us, and we're going to let him go and leave it at that, because I think what he presented today was an enormous amount of information to digest.
Susie, it was not really a question. It was just an appreciation. Maybe Mr. Charles can go for all of us.
Yeah.
We'll appreciate that.
We'll let Charles speak in appreciation.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna shut down. Does that sound good, Marty and
Perfect.
Julie? And
sounds good. Charles, you got a high bar there, bud.
Okay.
I know, Marty. I hope I can be up to that task, right?
and who's ever doing the notes, God bless you. Oh. Oh my God.
End it, Marty. Hit the button. Hit the button.
Marty, can you tell them we're done?
All right, right on time.
Oh, okay.
Fantastic.
Ash, thank you. We're just.
So what happened? You're done? No questions?
No, yeah. Charles is going to just make a statement and we're closing down, okay?
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Okay, good. We love you,
Actually,
Ash.
I don't, yeah. But I don't know the reason.
We responded to all the questions while you were away, Ash.
I see, okay.
But yeah, it was a great webinar full of exciting information. We just want to appreciate you as our CEO, the most transparent and available CEO that I've ever been privileged to work with. And trust me, no amount of money can move me away from this vision, from this major project. And I'm speaking on behalf of all the founders here today on this Zoom. I'm very sure none of us, no matter how much money you give us, will move away from this experience. And it's only getting better, right? Here's one of the things that I took today, and I was so excited because the founder asked me on Saturday, and the founder asked me this question. So before we were supposed to have one package. Now it sounds as though Ash is talking about multiple packages. What's going to happen to those who cannot afford the bigger package, right?
Charles, just before we go away from that point, you could have one package, but we're giving you options.
Exactly.
Affordability either. Okay, so
Right.
you could buy everything bundled up, but I don't want to offend any religion or ethnicity, okay? But just the saying, how do you eat an elephant, right? Okay, nobody eats an elephant, okay? Just metaphor, okay? It's one bite at a time. So we're breaking it into small bites that anyone can afford it.
And that is exactly without listening
and comprehend it.
Right. Without listening to you, that's what I told them. And I said, the great thing is, with the smallest package, you will be able to get all the benefits that a founder will get. That's what I believe is going to happen. I'm not 100% sure. And today you just nailed it. We as founders are grandfathered, okay, with the smallest package, no matter how many more products, digital products we get in the future. Now that is big. That is so big. I believe a lot of us, those of us here today, we should just go out and celebrate. Thank you once more, Ash. We appreciate you. We love you. We need for you to go get some rest so that we can get all these things digested, what you just told us. We are really, really on cloud 9. Maybe Muhammad Kamal can just end up by giving us his fire, and then we can go away. How about that?
Okay, thank you, Charles. Mohammed, let's end it with fire, fire, fire. Thank you,
You know, Susie, and Charles, all the time here, when you are dealing with our CEO, all the time, you are in big fire, 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 fire!
All right. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you, Ash.
See you next time, very soon. Thank you so much, Susie, Julie, and all the panelists here. Appreciate you. I'll see you at a new top very soon.
Thank you very much, Ash. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ash. Thank you.
Good night. Ash. Thank you, Mr. Ash. Thanks very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, Mr. Ash.
Thank you, Ash.
Well done. God bless you.
Marty.
You did a great job.
Marty.
Thank you.
Come on, Marty.
You did a great job.
Hit the button, DeGarmo.
Come on, Marty.
Hit the button, DeGarmo.
Are you ready?
Use that size 17, buddy.
There you go.
Say it.
Say it. Goodbye, everybody.